Hi beautifuls, welcome to YILDIZ Readings 5D. For those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium. I cover astrology and everything else I cover is above on the screen. Now, we don't like long intros, so my contacts are directly below, and how to book, what, where, why, how has been all left to the end. Those of you who have clicked the link, I do automate posts to keep you in the loop as when I'm coming live and where I'm going to be. So without further ado, let's get into the update and the real reason you're here. Enjoy. Grab a cuppa, sit back and relax. Love to hear your feedback. Scorpio, we're here to do your psychic update, so we're going to get straight in. Okay. Now, I feel as though there is a bit of a celebration situation coming up. For some of you, you might be attending a social event, but there is going to be something to celebrate, and it's something really adverse that you went through in July. I feel especially when it does come to the people around you, it's almost like those situations are changing. And I do feel you've had to keep it really close to your chest, okay? I'm seeing that, this emotion, this, things that were coming up, you were trying to hold your own. And you may have felt as though the people around you didn't quite understand that. Might have been at work, it might have been, it really felt like everywhere. I do feel it's almost like it drove you a little bit nutty. It was like, okay, am I seeing things correctly? Have I made the right decision? Because it was almost like you were guided to not trust your intuition in the past. It's like, I'm sure I saw that. I'm sure I felt that. I'm sure I heard that. It's the logic, the logical mind. So the second guessing, it was, you've sort of come to a space where you were really in the thick of the storm, and through this emotional connection, this romantic interest, it has caused a little bit of confusion. So some of you might be going into the questioning of, did you see the signs correctly? Were you really in between the lines? Have you misunderstood this person's intentions towards you? So it has really between people around you not knowing, trying to have the poker face, putting that brave face on, especially when it comes to group energies. You might have been in hermit mode or wanted to go into hermit mode a little bit and really keep people at a distance. Very similar to Cancer. It's almost like, very susceptible, having to take on this secret attribute of yourself when really deep down inside you're wanting those connections. I do feel you're sort of like preparing yourself, for left or right, and it's like you really have gone through a storm, but there is a very positive outcome. I don't know why I'm seeing this image, and it's like Snow White, putting her hand on the thorn, falling asleep. Probably two different nursery rhymes. You get the gist. It's like, waking up from something old becoming new. But you're kind of feeling as though by doing this, there could be an age difference between the two. But there also may be someone who's quite wise who gives you some advice. Especially relating to you being stuck. And I don't think this is the romantic person. For some of you, it could be. But I feel very separately, there's almost some guidance that you're receiving from somebody who you look up to. It could be a friend. But I feel it's this nurturing. It's like, turning something old into new, something borrowed, something blue. It feels like you don't want to make the wrong decision, but you feel like there's the decision at the moment that's up in the air. Some of you also may be thinking that this person is looking at you in a particular way, that you can't handle your things, that you're not on, the ball with it, and that you have other things going on. I also feel they are aware that you're very, it's almost like it's coming through like you're very psychic. And there's a correlating energy between a person that passed over, and I'm seeing an urn next to the lamp. It's almost like you're very spiritual in nature. So, your demeanors and your ways of coming through is very spiritual. But I think you're being really careful about who you share your energy with, who you share your information on your belief systems with. Because you kind of feel a bit judged, and it's more about them than you. So please try and not take it as personal. But you're using your toots. You're using your logic. Some old way of doing something has definitely changed. So it's pushed you into the vibration of assessing how that situation made you feel. But you're very connected. You're very, very connected. So You're feeling people's vibrations. You're very receptible. And that's more than likely why you wanted to retreat over the last few months. You know, maybe not being able to as such, but feeling as though you couldn't share your deepest things, even though you were really seeking such in circumstances. I do feel this has brought you a lot of peace. But there is a connection here at hand, and it does feel this. It's a very dreamlike state. It's a very peaceful state. You know, when we're in its purest form, away from the obstacles, the distractions, and the white noise. You know, it's almost like I'm telling you, it's head over heart this month. I don't know why it's coming up, but it's head and heart. Head and heart in a sense of, am I being logical? But why does it feel so good if it hurts so bad? It's trying to be those two polarities, but knowing that we can't, you know, and I'm not saying we have to have the good without the bad, but it's not quite making sense to you. So you feel it's sort of a risk. You know, you feel it's a risk. I don't know why they keep making reference to a person that's passed over, and it may be a polarity and a feeling that you have to honor them in some shape or form. It might have been that they didn't get to achieve the things that you have. Might have been that you're judging it based on paradigms and traditional energies. Maybe you're looking at the bigger picture and the scope of this connection, and you're feeling, can this person address their adversity? Especially if they're in a connection, a karmic connection, or anything to that degree. You know, would they, could they, should they? You have victory here. You have victory in an outcome, but you're blocking it by your thoughts. You know, this is what's blocking it. Because I always say, you know, in manifestation, it's so strange how this works, but it's so basic. If you're feeling, if you go into the feel, it is. If you go into the logic, it's mapped. And once it's mapped, we're causing obstacles accidentally. The obstacles we're aware of that are there. But if they're there on our side where we can take direct action, that's one thing. But from a channeled energy, when you're tuning into your romantic interest, you purely need to move into the love vibration. And the problems that aren't within your control, if you just move into the heart vibration, you directly manifest it. And it occurs very naturally. But it does feel as though you're trying to not get too down. You do understand you're seeing a very practical way to view something, which is healthy and it's growing. But you feel that's kind of it. That's as far as it's going to go. But it's no sooner are you letting go and feeling you're out of alignment, or you're questioning this, and you start moving forward. It's almost like this is coming back again, and it's driving you a little bit crazy. It's almost like, geez, why is this coming up for? I'm trying to move forward. I'm trying to be in alignment, and this spiritual connection keeps grabbing at me. Yeah, you don't. Again, there's something to do with groups at the moment, and it's asking you to questions. For some of you, this can be, you know, in your family, where you're living. It could be your friendship groups. It might be your workplace. It's like something's changing, and it's like it's begging the question, are you resonating with it? Is there a separate reason why you're staying? And for some of you, it could be relating to love. Is there a reason why you're connected? Because at the moment, I feel there's three major things. One is logic, one is heart, one is ascension. We've got Phoenix in reverse, we've got love in reverse, and we've got key in reverse. And it feels stagnancy, but it's more because you're trying to make sense of this. And once you do, like I said, turn that channel, move into the heart vibration. And that's where the solution is. Trust me on this one. I've done it. Go into the heart space and say, I feel this, I acknowledge it's here. And don't question it. Give it 3 days, and I can guarantee you'll get movement. I'm going to pull a clarify on each section, because this is what they're saying is the key is here, but the key is more logical than you think. The key is energy. Okay. What would they need to do in this key situation, please? And my feeling is tune into who you are, what you want, and how to get it. Just is. Yes. Not all the fallacies, just what is. Okay, for the love, what is the connection here, and what is the key? You're basing on separate, confusing energy, but also coming from a masculine mind of what you would need to do. What you would need to do, if it's within your power, do such, but very separately acknowledge the feeling and disconnect from what work that person would have to do. Okay, what is this Phoenix energy? Rising above the blockages, okay? Head, heart, and foundation. Foundation is you feel it needs to be structured. There's a connection here, okay? It's a brand new beginning. It's given you a lot of... You're fearing that this person can't challenge the wound. So you're spiritually tuning into it and it's scaring you. Okay. You logically know the connections here. It's not surprising you, but you keep second guessing it. The other energy... Oh, way too many. Yeah, and that's maybe the way you're feeling, is that the Phoenix rising, when it does come to love, you feel that it's way too much that they need to do. I'm telling you, tune out of it. Come through. I'm going to pull one more card of what the surprise is for this connection. One more card, please, and then we're going to dig deep into how it's going to play out and anything else that is hidden, so that we can be prepared. I'm guaranteeing you this is going to... You're connecting. You're going to be connected into this. Okay, there could be a family involvement. There could be a tribe and a connection involvement. I also feel something is coming out and maybe the people around you will find out. Writing's on the wall. Come here and see. Thanks for joining YILDIZ Readings. If you do need to find the link for the Members Hub, it is directly below in the information box, or you can see above on the screen, it's on the main page. Now we have 3 tier levels, as well as on Fridays, we are live on the main platform. By clicking the bell, I automate posts for both the members and the main page, plus any additional information I feel you need. The website is been updated and we do have a lot more content on it, as well as new products coming in 2022. If you do want to join webinars, we have the list, as well as the launch of the Age of Aquarius with the VIP list. For all my other media content, follow me live on the links below. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, we all have it covered and we have more content coming. See you during the week.